Boss, everyone and everything's in place and Golden Blizzard is loaded. Yeah, we even have a cage built for the freak. Did you hear us, boss? Everything's ready to head south. When do we start? Where do we start? Boss? Boss? Nicky!
Do not call me Nicky. I am Nick. Saint Nick, damn it. And I am Santa Claus now. And I will be addressed as such.
Sorry, boss. I mean, Santa. So where are we going with the Golden Blizzard?
Our destination is Big Gulch to get the freak. Then we will deal with Melwin and his cohorts. With Dad's magical powers all put into this ring, they cannot stop me.
You heard him, fellas! Off the Big Gulch, Southwest Territories, United States. Full speed ahead!
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody! Happy Friday, fellow Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Thank you for gathering here at the Rhomboid Hall in Castle Camelot. It's great to see so many of you here. My apologies for those of you looking for the announcement, notification. It only went out about 18 minutes ago because I realized, looking at the studio, the YouTube studio, that it was still listed as private. And I changed that Wednesday night when I put the notification up. And apparently something in the YouTube universe did not register that change. So anyhow, welcome to STEAMERPALOOZA 3. This is the 3rd year in a row where I am running as many steam trains as I can, but it's the first year where I can run nothing but steamers, top and bottom. Last year I only had 1 00 steamer, and I had 4 or 5 steamers for the Märklin system here. And I'm very excited and nervous because it's been a hectic week. I have not test run everything other than just when I first put them on, run them a loop real quick and say, okay, you look fine. But usually I like to test them a bit more. So anyhow, I'll talk to you about all that stuff as we get going here. But right now, let me go ahead and greet the people that are on my screen. say hello to all the fellow knights watching on Makeup Later, watching in the background because you're working or you're on the phone and it's hard to type and all that. Still appreciate that. Despite all the hassles, last week's live stream went over 400 views, which that's always a bit of an accomplishment. We usually do about 300 to 400, so anytime it goes over 400, that's doing better than normal, better than average. So thanks to everybody. As you know, I'm doing the Fowler and Noak Advent Calendar reveals, and it's weird, but for the 3 years I've been doing that now, you know, the first 5 or 6 get a lot of views, and then it's just a steady decline, down. And you know, the one today had like 70 views the last I checked, so they don't get a lot of views. Oh well, it is what it is, I guess. But they're still fun to do, even if sometimes you have to plaster on a smile to do the video, because it's been insane. But let's get to all the knights who are here. Eric, who is in dialysis, my good friend, Sir Eric, thank you for joining us today. We've got Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Welcome in. And if you're wondering about what that opening was when you first came in, that's a sneak preview to something that's coming up, and he just dropped off. Sir Colin of Wykes is here. Sir JD from Grandpa Rails is here. Sir Andy the Hot Dog Pilot is here. Sir Ian from Model Eisenbahn TV ist hier. Willkommen. Sir Jean of Ricard is here. Great to have you here, my friend. Sir John of Benicki is here. Sir Graham from Leamington Station is here. Sir Andrew of March West Junction. The Royal Barkeep is here. Sir Mick 92, and he says the bar is open. I'll have a Franziskaner bitte. Sir Greg from Midsummer Railway N-Scale is here. Thanks for joining in. Let me see who did. Somebody just pop up. Well, I'll catch up as we go. Sir Dino from Model Railway Shed is here. Sir John of the Mystic Railroad is here. Sir Clive of Newland Railway. And I apologize, Southern Cross, I have forgotten your first name because I'm very bad. It takes me 5, 6, 20 times to get names registered anymore. Sir Michael of McCarville Studios is here. Sells great HO Western themed stuff. I've got a bunch of it upstairs that I'm slowly putting together for a big Gulch diorama. But yeah, Sir Tim Dowd, our CEO, is here. Sir Tom Couples, our CFO, is here. And Sir Chris of the Valleys is here. And did anybody else pop in? Nope. Until just now. Ray Bobel. Sir Ray is here. Great to have you here. And I'm apparently got a bit of a dry mouth because that little bit of spittle is appearing. So as I said, great to have you here. I want to give you an idea of what the last week has been since we knights gathered round the rhomboid table. I don't like to bring too much, quote, negativity in. But it's just been, Joyce, of course, a couple of weeks ago was not feeling well. And then our son got sick. And I think I told you last week that he had been to the hospital. He went back into the hospital this past weekend for basically 2 days. His fever was still going. He still doesn't have COVID, pneumonia, strep throat, or it's not related. But they finally actually did some testing, and they did some CT scans and x-rays to see what might be causing it. And they kept him overnight. And then they pumped him full of drugs. And he took 3 IVs. He was so dehydrated because his throat was so sore. His tongue was swollen. And once they talked about how dehydrated he was, I said, well, that explains some of the tongue being so swollen, is he was so dehydrated. And I just remember stories of soldiers who fought in the deserts over various wars talking about they ran out of water and their tongues just swelled from lack of hydration. And they've done a battery of blood tests. They sent him home Sunday. He had improved drastically. The fever's gone. In fact, he went into work Wednesday, and then they told him just take the rest of the week off, come back on Monday whole. But he still has a bit of a sore throat, but they pumped him up with major heavy-duty drugs. But it's been it was panic. We had so much going on. I had a flare-up of one of my health issues I don't talk about online. It was just a really rough weekend last weekend. We were celebrating my grandson's birthday last Sunday, even though his birthday is today. Happy birthday, Kyan! But we celebrated it. He had a party for his school friends last weekend, his preschool friends and his soccer and gymnastic classes. So he had his first ever birthday party, with friends and kids, which is great because he's got friends and kids his age now he can hang out with. And in the middle of all that pressure and stress and getting communication from my son of what the doctors were doing while he was in the hospital, Joyce just kind of broke down and, she had a ton of work she had to get done for Monday, and she wasn't getting anything done because of all the distractions. And it was nuts. It was nuts. I'm better. My flare-ups are done. My son is home and apparently on the road to recovery, but they're still waiting for some tests to come back. But that's what it was. Hey, Sir Andy81E, glad to have you here. So I'm sorry to but that will explain why many of you, if you posted videos, you didn't see me comment, or if you had live streams, I wasn't coming in. Things were just nuts. And then when I did have free time, I was preoccupied, distracted myself. I do have a Big Gulch Christmas special. I'm hoping I can get it out the 23rd. For a while, it was looking like I might not get it done till after Christmas, but I only have I have one scene to finish editing tonight. The big end scene final, which is the longest scene. All the other scenes are 5-8 minutes long. This one's 15, so it's going to take some time to edit it, but I should have it done by tomorrow night. And then I just have a couple of little bits to add to it, so I'm hoping I should be able to get Big Gulch Christmas 4. So those of you who follow Big Gulch, Matt Clark, Railroad Marshal, there is a new special coming out, a Christmas special. I'm very happy with it so far. It definitely has a lot of exposition in it, but so be it. Hopefully. So anyhow, let's go on to what we're doing today. It is, before I go any further, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas to all who celebrate. If you don't celebrate, we still can wish and accept. More importantly, accept people's well wishes. Even if we don't celebrate Christmas, we can appreciate the gesture of kindness and greeting. Not that you should say, I'm sorry, whatever. But whatever you celebrate, and if you don't celebrate at all, just accept the well wishes. We certainly don't like to force our views on other people. That's what's in some ways wrong, but we're egalitarian here. So anyhow, very Merry Christmas to all of you, all your loved ones. Many of you I know have had issues. You got things going on. You've got pressures. And Christmas really can highlight those pressures. It can make the things that feel bad, like, oh, this is the season we're supposed to be happy and we're not happy, and and it just can really twist it the other way. But we care about you. Joyce and I love you all. We are so thrilled that so many of you come and spend your Fridays with us when there are so many better things you could be doing, especially those in Europe, the UK and mainland Europe, where this is Friday evening. Friday evening, I'd be, as a man, I'd be going out to dinner and blah, blah, blah. It's afternoon for me. Now, Joyce will be here on time, we hope, because she's already home from work. She did have quite a headache when she got home, but hopefully she'll wander down. And if she's watching this upstairs, maybe she'll come down a bit earlier. Okay, so anyhow, let's get on to the show today. So it is, for the third time, STEAMERPALOOZA! If you like your steam trains, here they are. If you don't like steam trains, you're going to be clicking out right about now. Okay, so those of you that are here and stayed, I am running steam trains galore. It's the first time ever I can actually run all 8 lanes, 6 lanes up above and the 2 lanes below, 8 steam trains, and I have 3 that could run on my system sitting out. 2 you can actually see on the table. if I change cameras here real quick. Not that one, that one. So you can see there's a class 18 that I will probably be subbing in sometime later in the show. I'm just going to take one locomotive off and put that one in its place just to have some fun. And then there is a Prussian P8 that will be going on sometime during the show as well. Down below, we're running the Mallard and the Duchess of Sutherland again. The Duchess of Sutherland, thank you. Hey, so anyhow, who more we got in? Sir Dave of the Kiwis, Sir Jason the Train Freak has popped in. Sir Tom Houston is here. Sir Tom of Houston. Merry Bonanza. I know it says Hunanza, but I said Merry Bonanza. All right. So anyhow, let's get these guys rolling. And the special thing is, if you haven't been to this channel, or if you're new to this channel and have only been here since after last Christmas, this is the only time you will see this train in a video on the layout. This is every day except today. This particular locomotive and train is under my Christmas tree, or it's boxed away. This is my Märklin Class 01 steam locomotive with a Santa driving it from Märklin. And it's carrying all our Märklin Christmas cars. Not in order, because my grandson picked the order. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a stutter stop here. So that is a Class 01 German locomotive. Hey, Sir Mav is here. Great to have you, Sir Mav. Also, next one is the BR50. So we're going to put him in motion, and he is carrying beer. It's the holidays. There shall be a lot of alcohol imbibing. So things are not prototypical. I just threw a bunch of beer wagons on the fella. And we'll let him go. Next is, representing the UK on the top layout, the Flying Scotsman. Or just Flying Scotsman, I forget. Is the train called the Flying Scotsman? The loco is just Flying Scotsman? Or is the loco the Flying Scotsman, and then the train is called Flying Scotsman? I don't know. It's silly that they're uptight about that. I've been corrected on it, and I keep forgetting the correction. So my apologies, but take off, eh? That was a Canadian command. And I'll start paying attention to the chat in a few minutes. My apologies. Next, we have a Class 18.5 pulling the luxury Rheingold. And it was not running great in test. It started getting better, so I'm hoping as it gets going here. It has not been run in a long time, so it may just need, I do tune them up a bit if they have not run in a while, but he may take a little bit more getting going. And I now have the Bavarian Rheingold. Ah, bonsoir, Titiari à Belgique. You're loitering. Hey, we have laws against loitering in this here establishment. That's one thing, since Joseph Agliato left. And Joseph, if you ever watch these, I know we haven't mentioned you, our old Sergeant at Arms who moved to China. We do hope you're well. Someday maybe pop a comment if you're ever watching live stream, just saying hi, hello. We do miss you, our old Sergeant at Arms. And I've got to name a new Sergeant at Arms, but there's too many of you. I can't do that. Anyhow, let's get this other Bavarian Rheingold, which is probably a preferred coloring of Rheingold. I do like this coloring. Whoa, slow down, Tex. People just got whiplash there. And then in the background, we have a Class 24. This is one from Herb's collection. So we're going to put the Class 24. And then about halfway through this show, I will be replacing him probably with the Prussian P8. And he's pulling beer. So we got some passengers, we got some beer. If you see other trains, that's because they're just waiting to go. And then let's get to the floor real quick. And we have the Duchess of Sutherland. And
My Mallard. Wah.
hey, welcome in Sir Eric and Sir Willie von den Eisenbahn. And Sir Kyle of Stevens, welcome in. So, welcome in to the third STEAMERPALOOZA. And after they warm up in about 10 minutes or so, the ones that can produce steam. Now, two of the ones that can produce steam lately have been struggling to produce steam or just don't produce steam at all, but I'm going to turn the steamers on all the ones that can steam and see how many actually work. I'm going to make it polluted in here, but you're watching so you can enjoy the view while Joyce will come downstairs and gag and choke and puke. But that's the risk we take to entertain our viewers. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Well, hopefully maybe something happens and you can come back. But we are... Here comes the Christmas train. Yep, choke and puke from, well, actually that was old trucker talk long before Burt Reynolds did his bit with Smokey and the Bandit. We called them greasy spoons. Hey, Sir Leslie of Gilpin, welcome in. Welcome to STEAMERPALOOZA. I just hope those of you who like your steam trains appreciate the little extra that I do have to do to get these guys going, because my steamers tend to be the ones that are most stationed and packed away. It's a little bit of work to get everybody else parked to make room for all the steamers on the layout. But I just hope you enjoy today. In the end, you're just watching model trains go around. Oh, you got the extension say, hey, Sir Dwight of Curly and Sir Carl LeBron, welcome in. I'm just following the Christmas train around for a bit. You have Santa there. I'll ask you again, Carl, is that a hint? All the knights who say knee, is that a hint? All right, Sir Eric from A&C Railroad, thank you for hanging out with us. All right, it's going to get busy here in a second. You got this one coming around in the foreground, one going around the other way, one coming in the back. See, that is soothing to my ADD. Just that many trades go in that many different directions. My brain's like, each part of my brain can focus on a different one and go, yeah, that's cool. But there you see two of the trains that are sitting, waiting for their chance to run. And again, to anybody in the chat, if you're trying to draw my attention to something, please bold and capitalize. Bold. If you're on a phone, just all capitals to get my attention. Daniel Lees. He's deaf. Well, unfortunately, I don't have captions. But either way, I not declare you a knight of the round boy table. So, welcome, Daniel. Time for your Christmas vacation to start, so go to work. Genre card, you can just let the door hit you in the butt on the way out. Such comments are not needed. The pasta. How rude. Until you start running trains in your own live streams, don't you insult mine. Because I am providing a service to you, an entertainment to you. Real trains. Ugh. I'm mortally offended. A harumph or two I shall give. Catch the Flying Scotsman going through. All right, let's see who will smoke. Can we get some smokers going? Everybody must blow smoke. The 24. Everybody else should be able to. We'll see if anybody gets started and how long it takes. Where is it? Where is it? Class 18. Class 18. Probably should have left it on a better chance. Oh, somebody's blowing smoke. Who's going first? Oh, that Class 18 right there is. This guy's blowing smoke. He's not even moving and he's blowing smoke. Oh, the Christmas train is blowing smoke. No, I'm sorry. That's the Class 50's blowing smoke. You love Italian trains. That's cool. I'm a German-Austrian guy, and even up to 2 years ago, I'd tell you I wasn't even a steam train guy, but I've slowly collected a bunch of steam trains. Well, I'm going to save his for later. I'm going to shut his off for now. But that Class 50 is blowing a bit. Let's see if we can catch it. There you go. Yes, Märklin. Märklin. All my locomotives are Märklin today. Everything today is Märklin. Well, the problem is I've got 6 on the table that could be smoking, but only 2 are currently doing it. The 2 Rheingolds seem to be resisting, but sometimes they start late out of the blue. The Class 50 goes through the fluid very fast. And usually the Christmas train does, but right now... So right now I had just the one going, so... Ah, well. I'm wondering why the class... I said the Class 50 will usually go right away. Hey, Sir Randall and Sir Daz. Yep. Yep, on the floor. They're not Märklin. They're Hornby on the floor. Unfortunately, Kyle, the ones resistance isn't futile. They resist and it works. Usually the Flying Scotsman gets going fairly quick. I should say fairly quick, but it'll just out of the blue, you'll all of a sudden see it slowly blowing. But that Class 50, there he goes. Chug, 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 chug. He's the best. He and the new Class 18 are the 2 best, so I should get the Class 18 on the table sooner rather than later. Yeah, somebody else just went by smoking. Come on, Flying Scotsman and Christmas Train. These 2 are running neck and neck. It's a battle between the Flying Scotsman and the 01. Oh, we're going to have a 3-way passing. Or meeting, as some people call it. Nice. Nice. That was a great view if you just like to see trains passing. Most of my Märklin trains are newer, but a lot of my steamers are older models. A lot of my steamers are, in fact, older models. Of all my steamers, the Flying Scotsman is the newest. That's the one that was released a couple of years ago. And then the Class 18.5, which is on the Rheingold, that is... from 2019. A couple of them are from 2000. The Christmas Train, I forget what year that one's from, 39268. Wow, hello CMD. Greetings to you in hot South Africa. We were promised an inch of snow today. We didn't even get a dusting. I'm so mad. Big German Steen. Well, there's that, and you know, but a lot of the Class 50s and even the ones that were converted to Class 52s were built before that time period. The only thing I won't do is I will not ride, I do not do military trains, and I definitely will not do any German train that is World War II era. And if it has any German Nazi insignias on it, I will not buy it. And there's some cool steamers, but I won't buy them because the only way you can get them is they have the Nazi war eagle on them, and so I won't do that as a personal choice. I don't condemn those who do, but I won't do it. And there's plenty of guys that have got really cool, World War II military trades. It's just, my excuse is I'm mostly into modern trains. I really prefer 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s. But, yeah, I've gained a lot of steamers, and I have picked up a lot of locos from the 50s, 60s, and 70s in terms of what era they ran. So you can't feel guilty about it. If some people give you grief, all you could do is tell them where to stick it. I've got a friend that runs Japanese trains in the UK, and for years he took stick from people. How dare you drive Japanese trains? It's like, I remember that because in my family, anybody drove a Japanese train or Japanese car was a traitor to America. And now half of Americans drive Japanese cars. I only drive my family cars. I've got two different steamers with their noises going now. It's fine and fully functioning. Again, you can type now. Oh, Sir Mav, do not worry about it. Hey, welcome in, Center Bounty. You are not knighted. We need to fix that. Of the Round Table. All right, Center Bounty, if you have a channel that you have stuff posted or channels you want to advertise that are hobby related, it doesn't have to be train hobby. It could be remote control cars, military wargaming, anything. Just no politics, no religion. And Sir Raymond of Legs is here. Awesome. So yeah, I decided I didn't want to run any of the standard freight today, so I ran two trains with beer wagons, and the rest are, one's a Christmas train, and the other are passengers. But it's all steam today. Oh my, Mav, that's crazy. You'll be hitting the freezing line this weekend. The thing is, when I look at a steam locomotive, I didn't grow up with a love of the train industry, but the thing that I love about steam locomotives is something that my father beat into me. Which is, I look at steam locomotives, and most of the ones, especially pre-war, those were built and shaped by men. Very few machines, very few, definitely pre-World War II, not computer-aided, but you definitely had your printing presses, punching presses, and so forth, sheet metal presses by then, but a lot of the old steam locomotives were built with these and this. And when I look at the piping, I just see what everybody in my family, except me, did, which is built everything with their hands. They shaped it, they bent it, they created tools to make their job somewhat easier, but they went out there and every individual piece was shaped by hand, except maybe certain bolts and nuts. And when you see steam locomotives, that's what hits me, is that was built by us, men, women. Let's not forget women worked on this stuff too. Hey, British Railway enthusiast, welcome in. I actually have a couple of British trades running on the floor on the top part of my... I do have one British trade running on the top of my layout today. Let's go to the long view. But let me welcome you in. It's always great to see people. Ah, okay, you're on your other account. So, yeah, so I have a deep appreciation for anything that was built by hand. Woodworking, piping and plumbing, anything that we built with our hands. Because I was born, don't ask me why, because everybody else in my family is good with their hands. They're all mechanically talented, and I was born academically bent. But I did learn things from my father, so I can work and repair on older cars. Newer cars, I can't. I open the hood to my 73 Charger, I can open the hood and rebuild the whole thing. My 2014 Charger, I open the hood and I go, help! Yeah, that's true. Von Ryan's Express was an Italian film, you know, or at least filmed in Italy with mostly Italian actors, with a few... I like the movie Von Ryan's Express, by the way. It's the only thing I like Frank Sinatra in. I like Von Ryan's Express. Yes, I usually do one in January or February where I run nothing but ICEs. So those are my two big themes. STEAMERPALOOZA, which is today, and then sometime in the new year, usually when we get our first big snowstorm, if we get one, I then run all the ICEs. Now that's probably going to be boring to a lot of people, but I'll do it anyhow. And a Franco Costi locomotive. Well, I thank you for that, Sue 6900. I really appreciate that. We wish you and yours wonderful holidays and everything now and forever forward. The Manchurian Candidate's okay. The Man with the Golden Arm, Suddenly, Ned, it's all about precision. The Train. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, if you're into trains, you know a lot of these movies. I wasn't into trains, and I'm still not a huge train enthusiast that if a movie features a train, I'm going to watch it. My passion, believe it or not, is traveling by train in the modern world, and then because of that, running model trains. And really, with these wonderful holiday greetings, I'm going to go to the multi-view. So those of you on your small smartphones, I apologize. Let's go to this view for a while so you can see everything in action. But to those of you watching here now and in the rerun, those of you that come in, chat with me and are consistent supporters. You come in as often as you can. You're here. We know you. You're the reason I probably stay as a geek into model trains, because model trains have been my conduit to making friends. I am meeting people in real life that I consider amazing real friends, and feeling a kinship with people that I haven't felt since my circle of friends all passed away. And it's just been absolutely fantastic to come on every Friday. You know, people talk about, oh, the work they do to set up a live stream. Yeah, I put in some work to set up a live stream, but it's not work because it's a passion, it's a joy. You know, I'm going to run these trains, and I can't wait to hear what Jean says about this one. I can't wait for Dino to see this, or I want to hear what Andy says about this, or what Tim thinks about that. Because I know you guys are going to be here if at all possible, and and all of you, of course, I'm just naming a few names, but all of you here. And if I put up a train and I don't know something, I know Jean, Ifo, Raymond, several others will probably have the information for me. So, that more than anything else, more than a love of trains or the history of trains. Uh-oh, somebody just started. Oh, come on, the Rheingold's thinking. One of the Rheingolds was thinking. Oh, there he goes. The blue one's getting ready to go. Took him a while, but he's getting going. Let's see if I can catch him. Which camera? Where is it? Bridge view might catch him first slightly. Chuck. You can see it going. Chuck. Come on, dude, you were blowing some. Oh, he's got just a little thin bit coming up. Hey, Sir Herb and Lady Nancy, welcome in. Great to have you here. Yes, I'm letting some steam off. I'm steaming mad. So that blue Rheingold is trying to work. He might be the one that needed a different type of fluid. That's interesting to read that, Ifo, because I see so many. There he's blowing. All right. So that's 3. 3 have steamed so far today. Come on, what about you, 18.5? Let's go. Come on. Get that boiler going. Let's go. Steam. I might have to replace. I was going to go in there and replace its little boiler cup, and I didn't because I was distracted. Yeah, the new Deltic that several channels have put up. Danny from Ivor put his up, and Graham put his up. Wow, is that a beauty? The color on that is striking, at least to me. People are free to disagree, but what a beauty. Oh, you got that call, so there you are. All right, Randall. Silver Streak. So yeah, my model train passion is a little different than most people's. I don't have a connection to trains. I didn't grow up liking trains and models. I don't know the history of trains. In fact, somebody just wrote to me on my Facebook page for Model Train Outsider, which I haven't visited in a long time, asking me for all kinds of help on doing some stuff with his with my CS3 because he can't get on a CS3 and he wants to set some things, and I have no idea what he's talking about, and I have to say, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not that educated. The purple Deltic on order from Akira scale. Now, I am waiting because my class 249, the Märklin fictional 249, Vectron 249, is already out and sold out at all the Märklin stores in Germany. And I'm waiting for it to come because I pre-ordered it from Renaud's in the United States, and I'm really debating trying to cancel the pre-order from Renaud's and ordering it from one of the shops in Germany that might have it, but that might cost me a bit more money, so I don't want to do that. You have the REE TGV. Oh, I need to travel in France. Joyce and I need to get to France and ride a TGV so I have an excuse to buy one. I mean, technically I don't have one. But yeah, Herb, you're still watching the background. Your 24 is doing a yeoman's job. Your Class 18 was smoking up a storm here in a good way earlier. He's going to come in a little bit later and replace one of these locomotives. I might take him off of... I might just, even though it wouldn't be a proper consist, I might take him off the one, this Rheingold right there with the Class 18 that's not smoking, just so I can have him smoking with that Rheingold, because the other Rheingold is now smoking. So I'm going to turn off these smoking units for a little bit and try to get them to go again later. I might need to add some more. But we'll try again later to see if we can get more guys smoking. And we might have to stop a couple of trains and add some fluid. But overall, that was kind of cool. It is kind of cool. All right, well, Sir Kyle, you have a good day at work. Gotcha. The an 052 is actually the I thought all the 52s were basically 50s that were modified, but that's when I only hear half things. Andy, you're talking code. Tim, the Deltics are your favorites? Well, I did not know Deltics were your favorites. You may have even told me that, and I had just forgotten. I need to move this camera to a location. It's one of the brightest. And this is not a bad view, but I need to put it in a place where... Speaking of which, and then I'll probably put the Prussian 8 where the PR24 is. Although, I actually parked it in backwards, so I'll have to turn it around. Yes, CMD, today is my third annual STEAMERPALOOZA. Ever since I got enough steamers to try it, which was three years ago, every year I try to run as many steamers as I can on my final Friday live stream before Christmas, and so I started calling it STEAMERPALOOZA. And 3 years ago, I think I had 3 steamers I ran. Last year, I think I had 5 on the main layout, 4 or 5 on the main layout. And this year, I've got more than I can deal with. I've got all 6 lanes covered and 3 others sitting, waiting. Although I'm not going to run the KLVM. I am not going to run the KLVM today. Oh, Center Bounty, I know what you mean. I actually jumped up. Even though I've never bought an MHI model when they came out, I do have a couple of MHIs that I bought secondhand. I have some MHI stock, locomotives and rolling stock that I bought secondhand. Yeah, I am thrilled that Lipa has worked out a deal to sell MHI. Because for a long time, Märklin wouldn't let them sell MHI because they refused to adhere to Märklin's pricing rules. So obviously with their MHIs, they're going to, or Märklin has agreed to let them discount it because they realize they get a lot of business from Lipa, and Lipa makes a lot of money for Märklin. Because Märklin's going to make its money no matter how you slice it. Yes, Jean Ricard, I did see that. Although I caught that, at least to start with, it's going to be the ICE4. And when the ICE5s come in, that's going to be one of the first lines it takes over. Key difference is the chassis, exhaust tubes, and the valve covers but both production timing and replacements make the exact demarcation quite difficult. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, Raymond, when I came into the hobby, I was reading all about that. That Märklin used to be big dog, and they were running. And Florian Siebert, who now runs the whole Simba Dickey business group. His dad was the top CEO, CFO of Simba Dickey, and his dad retired, so he was in charge of the Märklin Toy Group with Märklin Tricks, LGB, Schuko, and blah, 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 the rest. He was in charge of all those, and he turned Märklin around. Märklin has seen, what is it now? They're up to something like 12 straight years of profit after 20 straight years of red, something like that. They under Florian Siebert, they turned it around. I think he took over in 2008, and then 2012, 2013 was their first profit year, their first year in the black in like 20 years at that time, and they've been in the black ever since. Yeah, I actually wonder, I learned this a while ago, Raymond, because I kept seeing Märklin with Schuko stuff. And so I finally looked it up, and yeah, Märklin acquired Schuko, or Simba Dickey acquired Schuko and put it under Märklin and gave it to Florian Siebert to run. Well, hello, Sir Thomas of Grassy. Welcome in. Feel free to put a link to your channel if you want, or any other channels you think deserve attention. But we are running all steamers today. This is a rarity. It's only once a year I run all steamers. Most of the time I run 0 steamers. But we are running the Christmas train, which you will see coming around any second now. Right in front of your camera here. We'll go that way. So that's the Märklin Christmas train with a few of the various Märklin. Märklin releases a Christmas car in HO every year. We don't buy every year because some of them we think are kind of ugly. Hey, Sir Dominic. Oh, well, that's cool, Dominic. It's been a while, hasn't it? Oops, wrong way. So there goes the Bavarian Rheingold, late 20s, early 30s. There goes the other Rheingold, late 20s, early 30s. So Warwells. Yeah, I can understand that, Dominic. It means that it will be out there, that there will be available to get it. When companies make licensing agreements with just one company, I hate it. I hate it in the media world where there are certain things I want to buy, but you can only buy it if you have Apple and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm not buying Apple just so I can have this one thing. There's a couple of movies right now that I would like to buy digital versions of, but you can only buy them through Apple. And Apple won't sell them unless you are a paid subscriber to their service. And I just think that's BS. I hate exclusivity deals. Nope, EFO, I would not have known that. That is a model I'm looking at getting, not the 01 1075, but I'm looking at getting an 01 that is not the Christmas train, so that it doesn't have all the Christmas stuff on it, that I could run through the rest of the year. Which way am I going to do this? Yeah, I mean, I definitely want it with the smoke deflectors. I basically want it to be looking just like my Christmas one without all the Christmas stuff on it. And yeah, I'd probably be looking at a Märklin version. Well, I'd specifically be looking for West. I don't want to create an issue, but I tend not to want Eastern, you know, Cold War Eastern European stuff. I don't want East German. I don't want Russian. I like Nazi era Germany or post World War II when it comes to steam. The Rheingold cuts it close. And the 01, of course. The mainline Bumblebee. Oh, okay, so it's that same series. Gotcha. Well, hello, Sir Ray. Hi, Tammy in the background, but hello, Ray. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. All right, Nancy, Merry Christmas to you if we don't see you before Christmas. And to Herb, of course. By the way, Herb, before Nancy departs too quickly, I now have completed... I have the missing car to the Amtrak ICE. I now have the complete ICE Amtrak. In fact, to the dismay of Jean Ricard, I now have it twice. I'm going to have to share that. I'll let you watch the UK trains on the bottom for a second. Be right back. Hey, Flying Scotsman, how are you? So, here's a story about a foolish fella who was impatient to complete a train set here. Oh, sorry. When I bought Herb's collection, one of the prizes, one of the must-haves in his collection was that original ICE Amtrak, first edition ICE Amtrak, but it was missing a first-class car. And ICE Amtraks tend to be sold only in sets, and they tend to be anywhere from $350 to $850, about 330 euros to 825 euros, whatever. They tend to go for a lot for the set. So anyhow, I actually went on to eBay a couple of months ago, well, just over a month ago, and I found a guy in the United States that had parted it out. And he was selling each car individually. Yeah, Evo, I just figured it was, modified just to make it Christmassy. But it is a specific style. Okay. I know it's an 01 with the deflectors, but I thought the deflectors were just a little bit different just for the Christmas model. But anyhow, so back to this tragic story that if Jean Ricard's awake, he may not want to hear. Hey, Sir Andy Dobson. Hello, hello. So anyhow, what did I get for my birthday? Nobody asked. This was my birthday gift from Joyce. If Jean Ricard is watching at the TV, his jaw may have dropped a little bit. Because I gave Joyce a list of things that said, rather than me buy them for myself right now, you can buy them and give them to me as Christmas presents. And one of them was, I found this guy from America who was selling the ICE. He was selling the ICE, or not the ICE, I'm sorry. Yeah, the ICE Amtrak, the American version of the Amtrak, which actually ran in the United States. First class car. He wanted a bit of money for it. And so I gave these things to Joyce. I said, well, if you're going to get them, They're on eBay, and this is very rare. I'm sure it's going to go fast. Well, a couple weeks later, Joyce came to me and said, honey, I got bad news. What? Well, you know that ICE Amtrak car you wanted? Yeah? I gave it to one of the kids, and they said when they went to order it, because it's now 3 weeks after I gave her the list, it was already sold. Okay then. So I started looking on eBay, and all of a sudden I found a guy in Germany selling it. He was also parting it out and selling the individual cars. So I told Joyce, and she said, oh, buy it. Just get it, and that way we don't worry about it again. So I was like, wow, what is my luck? Twice in 2 months, I found somebody, one in America, one. But the guy in Germany would not ship to the United States. He'll ship to Canada, but not the United States. So I actually thought of seeing if Herb would let me mail it to him. I would pay for it, and then Herb would mail it to me. And then I thought, that's going to be more expensive. And Joyce said, well, why not have it mailed to Jean? It'll be cheaper there, and then we'll just pay Jean back and pick it up when we go stay with Jean in June. So I did. I bought it, and Jean actually got it earlier this week. He showed it to me and said, Anthony, I got it. Let's open it up and make sure it's okay in case I have to send it back. Sure, great. Great idea, Jean. So we opened it up, and it looked great. Then, last night for my birthday, I unwrapped this. And I looked at Joyce and said, now I have 2 of these. She goes, you do? I said, yeah, this is the one you said the kids couldn't get. And so it's the one I bought and had sent to Jean. She said, oh, I thought it was a different one. I said, no, honey, ICE Amtrak, right? Hard to confuse when it's Amtrak. So now I have 2 of these. So if yeah, you may have needed to do that, but the fault is on Joyce. She'll probably smack me for saying that, but the fault is on Joyce. She was the one who said, yeah, the ICE Amtrak was sold out, couldn't get it, so I found it somewhere else and bought it to make sure I got it, and then she turned around and bought it. Oh, well. Now I've got 2 extra first class cars. Hey, Sir Owen of Concord, welcome in. Yeah, and I will go along with that, EFO. I mean, not that I would disagree, but when I think of some of the 01 models I've seen from Märklin and Roco, yes, they do look a bit more massive, so that must be why. I just figure like one model was built 187 scale and one was built 195th scale or whatever. But what you're saying is probably the more is the true reason. All I know is I want one. But I've got so many other trains to buy. No, Jean Ricard. I did what she wants me to do. I gave her a list and told her, here's what needs. She then misinformed me. And we both agreed that if we saw it again, to buy it right away because we knew it was going to be hard to find. She screwed up. Stop defending her just because she has boobs. Just because you like to stick up, you want to, in your mind, you want to be the knight in shining armor and defend the lady against the evil dragon. Oh, and here comes the other white knight on a kangaroo. Welcome in, Attila, Sir Attila of Varga. To get the 18201. That is one where the running number's 201. I know I've seen that many times. I'm just going to see what I can get from either Märklin's most recent release or what I can find online. I don't have a problem buying an older model as long as I can upgrade it to digital. Under the circumstances, Joyce is morally defensible and absolutely bulletproof. Yeah. No, Attila, I'm the cook of the house, so there. Piko, yeah, there is a new BR03 from Piko on Lipa. I don't want to start a debate, but I am always leery of buying Piko. Of the 6 or 7 locos that I have bought since I got into model trains where I've had problems, 5 of them were Picos. And the other 2 were stupid things I did. Yeah. Christmas is coming, get stuffed. The warden was late with the keys again. Now, Attila. I heard a rumor that I need to confirm. Is it true, based on your knowledge, that Artie is actually going to do Wacky Weekend this week? Is that still true? I've heard rumors. You're on granddad duties. Yeah, I had my granddad duties yesterday and Tuesday. And a little bit on Sunday. Although, I was thrilled. My grandson went to his party, and I got there before he did, actually. And he was on my leg and attached to me. And then his school friends started showing up, and it was like, bye, Grandpa. Bye, Opa. And I'm like, oh, cool. Because I thought it might be, Opa, you have to come play with me. And he did try that a couple of times, but like, no, I can't go in there. That's just for the little kids. Oh, you're going to a Hungarian get-together. Well, good on the Hungarians. And then the other thing Joyce did was, the other thing I got from Joyce was a gift certificate to eBay. I was like, why didn't you give me a gift certificate to Lipa? She goes, because then you would know I got you a gift certificate to Lipa. Then why don't you get me a credit card gift certificate? Because I'd rather spend it on Lipa. But there's stuff I'm buying on eBay, so it's always good. Welcome, Sir Pedro of Spicer. Welcome in. So anyhow, Attila, Sir Attila, you didn't answer my question. Yes, he is doing Wacky Weekend this weekend. You're picking him up from Long Bay Jail tonight. Good. Then I will not set up a. Live feed because I haven't done it. But man, these you guys will have to let me know if you're enjoying all the steamers running today. I can even turn on the sound on a couple of them again if you like to hear that steamer sound going. So in about 10 minutes, I'm going to change out a couple of these locomotives just so the other guys can run. Hong Kong Grill. Yeah, and that's where I'm kind of at, EFO. I hate to say it, but bigger is better. I'll put up a notice, although of all the things on YouTube, community posts are the least read. I miss about 99% of the community posts because the only time I see them is on my phone, and I try not to watch YouTube on my phone. The only time I watch YouTube on my phone is when I get up in the morning and Joyce is asleep. And I start watching Hot Dog Pilot Andy, and I don't turn on the TV because I don't want to wake up Joyce. Who sees community post? Exactly. I mean, if you're on your phones, they're more prevalent, but on where I watch it on my TV and computer, you don't see them. Hey, Merry Christmas, Lord Owl. Now with Roman parquet floor. There you go. Now I'm going to keep the 50 on. You guys are still cooking down there. Yep. I was going to run the whole Prussian set of cars, but I think I'll just substitute the Locomotive. So I'm going to take out the Class 18.5 and with the Rheingold and put in the 18... Class 18, the old Class 18. And then we'll try to get some things smoking again. So I'm going to stop the whole system while I trade out a couple of locomotives. All right, so EFO is taking off. All right, good night, EFO. Thank you for hanging out. And again, thank you for some of the cool information you shared with us today. Hey, that's funny, Artie. It was about 37 here today, but on totally different scales. We had a cold 37. You had a hot 37. That's a lot of steam trains, right? I can't believe how many steamers I've got going here. You paid 80 pounds for that 37 with ESE sound. Now that's a good price. All right, last time around, 18.5. Make it a good one. Make it a good one, because you're about to stop. And I gotta stop the 24 here. All right, everything is being shut off except for the bottom. You guys can watch the guys on the bottom go around. I'm just doing that so I can change out a couple of locos real fast. So just bear with me while I set that all up. Back in your place in a second, but now this is not prototype, but today's not about prototype. It's about steam and getting steam any way you can. All right, that's one in place now. I was going to run that whole PR8 with the Prussian consist, but I think I'm just going to put the loco on. Okay, so let's move. Where is PR8? There it is, Prussian PR8 over there. And then on this one, I gotta shift it to. My apologies for ignoring the chat for a couple of minutes, but I am. Changing out locos. That's the one I want. Okay. So I'll turn everybody else back on for now. Other way, fella. Other way. Other way. Do I have you backwards too? Yep. Okay. All right, all right, all right. And then I'm going to individually stop some trains and put some more smoke fluid in them and see if we can get a couple more to work. But let's go back up and show you what we've done. Okay, let's see what's happening on the chat. Oh, we always throw it out, but I don't care. I always will get a comment on a live stream or an email where somebody says, you know, those cars would have never run with that train. And in some cases I don't care. Some cases I do care and do want to see how it works. Okay, so the one dude's got some smoke fluid in him, but I want to put a little more, but I want to let him run a little bit, let him warm up. So in about 10 minutes, I'll try to smoke everybody back up. That guy, the PR8 that's just ran in the background, he does not smoke. So I replaced a non-smoker with a non-smoker. And then there goes that little new 18 running through. That's a nice little layout. I don't know. Can we say my layout's little? I don't think so. I've got a big layout. There are many bigger guys. There are guys in the loft that got 30-foot runs on one side. My longest run is 22 feet. My longest run is 22 feet. Actually, 22 feet minus curve. The blonde on the station shouldn't be wearing that dress. She can wear whatever dress she wants to wear. Yeah, Raymond, it is. It is. You mean it's something she threw on and almost missed? So is that the BR50 coming through right now? So, brakes on the BR50. Whoops. Dude, what the heck? Dude. Well, I'm going to have to restock on some fluid with all these. Okay. All right, let's get you in motion. I'll tell you what, though, that BR50, an old-time Märklin model, that is a wonderful runner, and so is this Class 18. These are old-generation Märklins, and they run like dreams. I know Jean Ricard is going like, well, of course they do, but, you know, still, it needs to be said. I'll get you next time around, Flying Scotsman. Stubborn mule, you never want to run your smoke either. Oh my goodness, what an idiot. I tell you. Sometimes you could throw my brains in a garden and grow flowers. Try to get that 01 going. Whoop! Wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry about that, friends. All right, Flying Scotsman, get off your high horse and start smoking. bit of junk in there, and I wonder if that's what's causing it to not work. Well, hi, Kieran. Märklin has more hits than misses. Yeah, I will go along with that. I have been fortunate. I really have not had a true Märklin dud. Where I've had Roco duds and Piko duds. Buying them new out of the box. Let's put it that way. All right. Let's see, what time is it? All right, about 3 more minutes, and I'm going to turn all the smokers on and see if I can pollute the place. Let's go to a new camera. Got 3 steamers on this side passing each other. Hey, Jackie, nice to see you. You're on a new laptop now. Oh, glad to hear you're on a new laptop. I personally can't get on my laptop. In fact, nobody can get on their laptop. I prefer Joyce to be on my laptop, but that's a different story. And there I go talking blue again. Although it doesn't have to be blue, it can just be friendly. Bullocks, Attila. All right. Smoking is bad for you. Yeah, technically smoking is bad for you, even letting your trains go, but fortunately we're well ventilated here. If you don't do it for too much. All right, well, let's try that 01 again. Let's try the BR50 again. Let's get the Flying Scotsman, and let's try that Class 18. And we'll see if the little Rheingold starts going. So technically I have 5 of them that can blow smoke right now. We'll see if it happens with any of them. Whoa, 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 what's this? Oh, somebody blew a traction tire. Oh my, not only did you blow it, how did you get it wrapped in there like that? Oh, that's interesting. Well, bummer. What I think I'll do is snip it and just run it with... How did you get that wound that way? I am confused. Oh, I see how it happened, because it came off that one. Okay. Well, I think it should be okay to run without that one for now. We'll see how it handles. You were running really well anyhow, so we'll see if that affects you. If it does... Okay, sorry about that interruption, gentlemen. We had somebody blow a traction tire. Whoop. Anthony, how about you put things on properly before you... All right. Sorry about that, my friends. You guys got stuck on a lame view, but one of my locomotives blew a traction tire. So I will have to replace that this weekend. Yeah, smoking saved other people's lives. Spark up a doobie, man. Nope. Never smoked a joint in my life. Don't feel the need to do it. If you do, no judgment. I just grew up around way too many people who did it, both in family, neighborhood, you know, former friends, and just never saw the good value side of it. Unless you go with the, well, maybe it mellowed them out and they didn't kill anybody, then all for it. Dude. All right, somebody's going because I can smell them. Oh, the Christmas one's lighting up. There we go. Yes. All right, the Christmas one's smoking for the first time today. All right, Joyce says she'll be down here in a few minutes. Woohoo! All right. I couldn't get him to smoke under the Christmas tree, but got him smoking there. And there's just a little bit coming out of the Flying Scotsman. BR50. There we go. Wow, talk about on command. Let's go to the station view. I see two of them going. There goes one. The BR50's going. There's a shot. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm very tickled with that. Two steamers going, passing next to each other. Both of them smoking through the station. That was cool. Well, thank you, Lee. Thank you. Appreciate that. I do my best. Got a couple. Oh, the Rheingold's trying to get it going. The blue Rheingold is trying to get it going. God, but now that 18 that was blowing it so well when it was sitting there, now that I've got it on the track running, it's not blowing it. Hey, Sir Joe Raider, how are you? Come on, you can do it. Oh. Ah, well. Technically, I've had 5 of them blow. I just couldn't get them all to go at the same time. I was so hoping to have that. That I could get 5 of them going at the same time. But yeah, it is what it is. I have 3 of them going at one time. I just have bad luck with my smoker units. I'm going to get that 18 going. I don't know what all I have to do, but... Wait, are you starting to puff? There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. 3 at one time going. Hi there. Hi. Ye of asthma. Huh? All right, let me turn the camera and everything on to you because everybody's saying hi to you. Da 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 da.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, we need that. So hi everybody. Hi Jackie. Glad to hear you're doing okay. Hi there, Bailey. It's Christopher, right? Hi ma'am. Hi Colin. Hey Joe. Hi Leslie. Hello Attila. Hi there Mick. Hi there Andy. Hey there Lord Allen. So Dino. Hello Andy. Hi there Carl. Hey there Joe. Hi Lee. Hi Pedro. A new one to me. Hello, Jean. Wonderful, thank you. Hello, Karen.
Woo, look at that 18 go.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And the 50's
STEAMERPALOOza.
going. The 50 was going, but he's running out. And the Christmas train was going, but I think he ran out. The 50 still got some chuff going, but I think the Christmas train... No, he still got a little stream going.
And Merry Christmas to you all. I know Alan said that.
And so this is Christmas.
Yeah.
Now what have you done?
Oh,
Another year over.
that's older. Yeah.
And a new one just begun. And so Merry Christmas. We hope you have fun. Let's hope it's a good one. While I drink some rum.
Yeah, you're getting there. Hi, Raymond.
Oops, I just kicked the on-floor.
Anyway, gave you some Daisy already. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button.
Oh, we're good. Okay.
Whew. The Flying Scotsman down there? Who's the other one?
No, it's Mallard
Oh, it's the Mallard.
and the Duchess of Sutherland.
Oh,
The Flying
gross.
Scotsman is up here.
Yes, sorry. Did not know. Got him off.
But, oh man, look at that 18 go.
Yeah.
I did that myself. That was not made to smoke in.
Right. That's
Well, okay, it was made, you could put smoker in it.
could
But I
smoke.
put the smoker
yeah,
unit in it and
you're the
made
one
it work.
who made it smoke. Yeah.
And the,
Awesome.
the blue Rheingold did not have a smoker unit. I put one in.
Okay.
And last time I worked it, it did smoke, but today it
It
did
just
smoke
doesn't
for a
want
bit,
to.
but now it's struggling.
Oh,
The
oh.
Flying Scotsman is yet to blow smoke.
Okay.
I've had it on, but it like streamed a little. I don't know what it's gonna take.
Okay.
It's,
Levitating
it's
Scotsman.
Scottish.
Yeah,
it's
he's
being
above.
stubborn.
Yeah,
All
I
right, it's
recognize
good.
these guys really.
The levitating Scotsman. Well, levitating is different than smoking.
Can he get it in while walking or while it's moving?
Flying involves motion. Hovering or levitating does not.
That's true. Woo! Can smell him.
Yep.
And he's got.
I'm pleased. I
Oh,
got
some beer
at
cars.
one time or another, 5 of these steamers were blowing. I just couldn't get them all going at once.
Oh, gotcha. So I hope we're all enjoying this.
So if I can, I shall get one more scene done today, and that leaves just the big
Okay. Good.
not the climax, but the denouement scene, and then I just have to put together the little end scene
Right.
and the post-credit scenes.
Right.
That won't take too long. So I could have this all done Sunday.
Cool. Ooh, and then you could maybe do it before Christmas.
I'm looking at hoping to get it out on the 23rd as the third year in a row on the
Nice.
23rd.
That would be good. What's
Matt
the
Clark,
flavor?
coming near you.
What's the flavor of the smoke, Joe S?
Flavor? Burning
Oh, you
oil. Burning oil. We don't.
You can
I
get
need to start
flavors.
finding the smell. You know, the ones with scents in them. You know, like at this time of year, I'd like Christmas tree smell.
Yeah, really is. Spruce.
Like, because a lot of the ones that are scented, I don't like any of the scents. Ooh, French vanilla. Yeah. Pumpkin spice. Oh God, no.
Don't forget Brian's birthday on the 25th.
Grandpa's old farts. Well, all right, we
Sorry,
could live
just
with
a very
that one.
naughty boy.
Really takes me back. Why? Because the scent is called Grandpa's old farts.
Yeah.
Ah, I put that in the smoker, close my eyes, and it's like Grandpa is still here.
Sooth flavor?
The Zoita.
Zoita?
Zoita number 106. For those special occasions. Not to be confused with Chanel number 5. Zoita number 106. When I smoke.
Oh, we seen the birthday boy yet?
Nope. Haven't seen the birthday boy. He hasn't been watching lately.
Oh, it could be, he falls asleep for long. Whew.
He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy.
Mavs, let's just go with the good
No,
old
my sister was
cold.
born Christmas Day. I was born the 19th of December. My sister was born
Massage?
the 25th of December. Say what?
Alan, massage anyone?
Oh, you don't want that massage.
Yeah. Oil.
Yeah, we've seen the residue, Attila. Yeah, oh, I know you were referring to the oil, but you don't want to massage with that stuff. Stand too close to a lamp and you go up in flames.
Yeah, really. But you'd smoke. No.
What?
But you'd be smoking.
You'd be smoking. And you'd be on fire, so you'd be smoking hot. Speaking of
Yes.
smoking hot, how are you doing,
Very
dear?
true, Tom. Yeah, this birthday boy's here. The other one's not here yet. He went to school today. He doesn't normally on Friday, but they had their Christmas party and they said he could come. So I said, did they do anything for birthdays? And she said she didn't know. But I'm sure that was earlier. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get him into school. I said, just pester,
Say
pester,
what?
that's not my way. I don't think I'm going to get him over to Beverly.
You don't think you're going to what?
Get him over to Beverly.
Oh, you're fighting
preschool.
with that? They're being jerks about it?
Yeah, they are.
Uh,
I talked to the one lady who did get hers, and she said it was a battle. Just a battle.
so fight the battle.
I don't know.
Burn some of your
I don't know
aggression.
that I'm tough enough for the battle.
Burn some of your aggression. Start listing names. And say if you have to, you'll file a, like, this person, kid doesn't belong there, and she works at Beverly, and you put her kid in there, this person.
Only one.
That's
of
what
the
you
two.
have to play. You have to play the precedent card. Don't tell me you can't do it. You did it for this person.
You saw a younger version of me, huh? I barely have a somewhat common look. I get
Joyce gets hit with that all the
a
time.
lot. It's like,
Oh, you look just like-
yeah.
I don't know why. I've never seen another woman that looks like Joyce except her sisters kind of do. Not as
Yeah.
good looking, but
You're biased.
I'm biased. Hey, Sir Andy of Warwick is
She's
here.
17. Wow, that's a lot younger.
Much younger, yeah. Well, we got a picture of you when you were 17. You were 17, that Christmas dance picture.
Yes, I was.
Where we're both staring like, what the hell? What are we doing here? Could we recreate that look?
I wasn't as big-eyed as you were.
Yeah, you were.
You thought so?
You oh, shall I pull it up?
I
And
just had sort of an awkward smile, I thought.
yeah, with the eyes going, what the hell's going on?
Your eyes are bugged.
What?
I said, your eyes are bugged.
I don't think mine were any more bugged than yours.
Searching. Alright, everybody's leaving for a second and coming back.
Everybody's leaving for a second and coming back. Maybe we won't let them come back in.
No, they're not leaving.
Well, if they weren't too keen
Frog?
to stay
I
here.
look like Frog from Smokey and the Bandit. Is Frog the girl?
Oh, no, she does not look like, oh crap,
yeah.
Sally Fields.
Sally Fields, yeah. Yeah, I
The
think
flying
Carmen's,
nun. I mean, she had green eyes or blue eyes. You have brown eyes. She had dark hair, but
Yeah, I think that's
No,
it.
you're much prettier than she was.
Oh, well then.
Hey, hello, Monsville.
Hey, Monsville. Pig's ear for Blondie.
Now, already know
Is that
how the
your
boat
dog?
will turn out. I already know how this is going to turn out, but I'll just give it a try. People in the chat have seen this picture many, many times.
Yep. No, no, not Debbie Harry.
Oh, God, no.
They look like me.
Yep.
Yes, you've been told off, man.
This is Joyce and me 41 years ago. That is December 16th, 1983. Now, who looks more deer in the headlights, you or me? I think it's even. I don't think one of us.
Oh, I think it's you.
You've got the look going, and I've got the. I just have the cold stare. You've got the polite smile that has no mirth behind it.
Yeah. This is my sister's dress. I called her. It's Julie, I need a dress for a dance tonight. I don't know why it fit.
But yeah, that is. I don't see where Joyce says I had more deer in the headlights look than she did.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, Anthony had hair.
Yes, I had hair. In fact, I had a lot more hair about 2 hours before, or 3 hours before this picture was taken.
Yeah, gave himself a haircut. Ah, Lindy's here.
Hey, there we go. Lindy's here.
With the birthday boy.
With the birthday boy. All right, we got to go do it. Everybody plug your
Yeah,
ears.
plug your
If
ears.
you're new to the channel, you have
That's
to plug your
right.
ears.
Huh?
Kyan! Opa love you!
Opa loves you!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Kyan!
birthday, Kyan!
Happy birthday! Up, 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 up!
Until I get a text.
Opa!
Oh, I hope he had fun.
Who's taking
Hope
off?
he had fun at his Christmas party
Oh,
today.
right there. I had hair when I needed it. I actually didn't go bald until I was in my mid-30s, mid-late 30s.
Man, you look like you're bricking yourself.
What?
He says you definitely look like you're bricking yourself. Worried look in your eye.
Oh, I had the cold, very cold, try not to look too happy because I'm nervous,
Yeah.
and try not to look like an axe killer.
Right.
Unfortunately, that is the long joke. Anybody who's followed this channel long enough knows when I talk about the stories.
Hi, Greg.
With
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks.
Joyce went home and wrote in her diary, nice guy, kind of funny, immature, and looks like an axe murderer.
Yes, I did.
A bientôt, joyeux Noël!
Hello, Terry. So yeah, our little guy's 4.
Joyeux Noël à vous!
He's 4.
Joyeux Noël! Joyeux Noël!
His birthday party last Saturday, that was such a great place for a party. The gymnastics coach came, and you know, he does the little guys, and just ran those kids around, and they had a blast running around on the gymnastics equipment. That was a lot of fun for them. Good table to put all this stuff on, and yeah, it was all good. Let's get ready to do.
The champagne popping.
Oh, that's what that is, champagne. That is such a weird sound.
And that's the glasses thinking. So first you have champagne.
You're reading math. You have the look of being worried how long before someone takes their eyes off Joyce and realizes you have no right to be dating such a beautiful woman. I was happy with Anthony.
There
I'm
was
still happy
an
with
element
Anthony.
to that, Mav. There was, because neither one of us were supposed to be on that date.
Yeah.
Joyce had no date. They
No.
asked her that morning would she come to the date because they had bought me tickets, but the girl they had bought me tickets for had canceled out. And so they had invested tickets, so they need to scramble to find a date. And I was only going on that date because the guy that was supposed to be on that date canceled out, and they conned me into going. So it was sort of like a joke among all those other people, turned into the joke on them.
Right.
Because it wound up being match made in heaven.
Get along now. How did you know what an ex-burger looks like? Just another way of saying it looked very scary, Jean.
Joyce had watched a lot of documentaries and read a lot of books on axe murderers.
Oh,
She was
I
hoping
am
to marry
so
one.
sorry,
That's her
Greg.
biggest disappointment
I
in
am
life.
not.
That's her biggest
Not.
disappointment in life is that I didn't become the axe
it's all
murderer she had
fine,
hoped.
Greg. I'm so sorry you're fighting that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Merry Christmas to you. And your lovely wife and your family.
Yeah, we
Magnets.
are. You know, most
Yeah.
people use it as an insult, but we take it as a. You know, we're joined at the hip.
Yeah.
We're joined at the hip.
Well, yeah, we.
I would rather
do
hang
a
out
lot
with Joyce than
together.
with anybody. I would rather, if you
Yeah.
said, hey, all the guys are getting together and doing this, and Joyce wants to do that, unless it's Joyce wants to go to a knitters or a quilters club or something like that, then I'll go with the guys. But for the most part, either Joyce, I'm going along with Joyce, or Joyce is coming along with me. That was one of the many issues with the train group we joined, was their attitude towards women. Women go over there and talk about shopping and whatever. And Joyce wants to talk sports and
Train
what we're doing,
experiences
train
and, yeah,
train
right on.
experiences. Because it wasn't officially a model train club. It was the ETE, European Train Enthusiasts. So most of the guys have model trains, but it's really about
You didn't have
fans
to,
of
yeah.
riding the real trains, not so much.
Yeah, you are right, Mav. We recognized pretty fast that we were it.
Oh yeah, I mean, from earliest childhood, because there were so many. My mom was
Thank you,
red-haired.
Monsville. I agree.
My mom was red-haired, and my sisters were light brown to blonde hair, and all my cousins were blonde hair. There's a lot of blonde-haired, blue eyes because we're German. There's a lot of that in the family. So dark hair and dark eyes were the two things that early in childhood were so different that I found them exotic. Dark hair, Joyce.
Yep.
Dark hair, dark eyes, and big personality. Big personality. With huge tracts of land. Well, that's the flip side. I don't think anything happens for reason. Just sometimes luck bounces your way, and sometimes the universe bounces against it. But in this case, it worked our way.
Yeah, it did. Story with a happy ending.
It ain't over yet.
It's true. I was just gonna say, ending isn't quite right. But it worked out well.
There's been a lot of good chapters in this book. Wait until you meet them in person. Yes, they are. Wait until you meet them in person.
He was positive.
What's that?
So I think that was positive.
Well, you hope so.
Yeah.
They kicked me out of my bedroom. They ate me out of house and home.
Yeah.
Are you still on?
No kidding.
No kidding. What?
Just what you said. Yeah, we will. Mav, absolutely. Absolutely.
We will be back in the UK in 2026.
Yeah, no kidding.
Here, I
Carl.
finally got a camera I can show this with, so we're on camera.
Okay.
Smile, you're on candid camera. Because it is Christmas, so this needs to be seen. Because Christmas is in danger this year. Because, is this showing up on screen over there?
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah, it's coming up all right.
Santa and his reindeer have been detained by German police. Let's see, where's... Yeah, Rudolph is over here vomiting.
Thanks, Andy.
There's beer bottles, there's police. Yeah, this cop has drawn his gun as they got their bags.
Yeah, the vomiting reindeer. Santa smuggling contraband. No, they were just having a really good time.
It's all alcohol.
Yeah.
They were
I mean,
partying.
you know, when in Deutschland. Beer's cheaper than pop per liter. Did you do a video with this or just a Facebook post?
What?
The inebriated.
I did something. Okay, it's starting to lose its signal here. It's struggling.
Okay. Well, your view's okay. It's getting a little fuzzy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's...
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Eat the mince pies, not the sherry Rudolph. Or the pickled Rudolph, for that matter, right?
Da-da-da-da. See, all my locomotives up there. Except you can't really see them. It's getting kind of blurry.
Well, it looks like locos, but yeah, they're pretty fuzzy. And yeah, oh, you're gonna make everybody seasick now. It just that it's a bad
You're the
bad
one who'll
picture.
get motion sickness first.
True
I could
that.
have told you to flip off and go to the...
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Oh, that's good that you. I don't know. We officially have a snow drought here. Although we got well over an inch of rain a couple days ago.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that would have been what, 4 or 5
I
inches
just,
of snow?
no, it would have been a foot.
A foot of snow. An
Yep.
inch of rain is a foot of snow.
Oh, it was at 1.25.
Okay.
I went out and cleared it out. I really don't want water in that when it's going to freeze
Okay.
again. Oh, yuck.
Yeah, they were getting rowdy, so they got kicked off the train, and German police are now
That's
dealing
horrible.
with them. So,
Yeah. I don't know. Have we ever been in 41 degree weather? That's well over 100 Fahrenheit.
yeah, that's about 105. So
Yeah,
you
I
have
guess
been.
So, yeah.
You have been, because out west it was 110 when we were at the dinosaur day.
That is true. I forgot about that.
We've had 106
dry
in
though,
Toledo.
110 and very dry. Toledo likes to be in the 90s, again Fahrenheit, with high humidity. It's gross.
But I don't know, this has been a very pleasant running. I have enjoyed having all the steamers out.
Good. I think you look
More
forward
than
to
I
your,
even expected.
You look forward to your STEAMERPALOOZA, I think.
Yes, at least it's not Volkspolizei.
Yeah.
Those were nasty guys. The Volkspolizei were nasty.
Oh, good grief, Attila. That is such a crazy story.
Yeah, I won't.
No
I won't.
kidding.
I won't take Artie's story away. He could share it on his live stream, but
Yeah, that's right.
apparently, I was talking
it
to
makes
Artie.
it so uncomfortable.
I was talking to
Yeah,
Artie
so-
offline a few days ago, and apparently Artie was declared dead 7 years ago.
I thought you just said you were going to let him tell the story.
Yeah, but he's got to tell how it happened. He's already said he's been dead for 7 years.
Right.
So I'm only repeating that. That's what Artie told me, is that he was declared dead 7 years
Right.
ago. Maybe it was an ex-girlfriend. And she's back there.
What's that? What, the dinosaur?
The dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
The kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Dinosaur kangaroo.
Oh, let me tell you about Artie being dead. It's more often than you think.
You know, sooner or later that kangaroo's going to have to make an appearance in a Buck, in a Matt Clark. Maybe there'll be a series where they go down under. Matt Clark down under. I can't do too many travel. This is going to be the one.
Yeah,
the next
that's
series is
not
going to be the
too
one travel log.
realistic. Not too
It would
realistic.
take them what? How long to sail in 1890 to Australia? A month?
What
A
a
couple of
day.
weeks?
Take what?
How long would it take
Oh,
the Big
to take
Gulch
a
crew
boat.
to sail down to Australia?
Wow. I don't know. Would be very long now.
It's good to hear that you really enjoy real trains.
3 months. Okay, that's a limit. 3 months to go from
6 months
San
in a
Francisco.
leaky boat, struggling just to stay afloat. Whoa, 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 whoa. My favorite band from Down Under, including AC/DC, was Split Ends. I love AC/DC, but Split Ends, who were actually a New Zealand band, but
That's Kai. If you had fun today. Getting to be a habit.
okay. He's really resisting following directions. So yeah, he has to shadow her. And well, hello, Stu from St. Mary's.
Lola.
Welcome into our our STEAMERPALOOZA festival.
Oh. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, we get it. It's working. Just has to
Mental as
listen.
anything. AC/DC, April
It'll be
Wine.
better next year, Lynn. It really will. We'll mature a bit.
Entertain your fluffy Kevin for a bit. Ah, okay. Well, Mav, it was great to have you hanging out with us for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mav.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. He's already doing his live feed tomorrow?
He's doing it.
Sweet.
We cowpokes of El Paso are herding cattle. We've traveled afar.
Yeah. We can go out to dinner tomorrow then.
What?
I know, $35 worth of
Gift
gift certificates to the one steakhouse, not the normal one.
Not the normal.
Not
the
the
abnormal steakhouse?
Right.
Where'd you get the steak from? From Abby. Abby Steaks? Abby Normal.
Abby normal.
We did successfully get 3 steamers smoking at one time. 5 steamers smoked overall. The one holdout was that naughty Flying Scotsman. It refused to cooperate. Typical. British. It just was not going to cooperate. All these European trains on the layout, it wasn't going to work. Actually, the 01 right here didn't work either. It never blew smoke. But I think it needs the smoker unit replaced.
That's the wrong group.
The bars, the bars. The colors, the colors.
Nope, that's tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Lunch for Jackie.
Oh.
Days, Jackie.
Oh, little town of El Paso, how still
I'll
we
go shopping
see
afterwards.
thee lie.
It was very fussy with its coal, so it's very fussy with its oil. It might be that I'm using the wrong smoke fluid, because it did come with its own little tube, but the tube didn't say what smoke fluid it was. I have 106, which is the most commonly used Zoita. And yes, it is
no
pronounced
worries.
Zoita. S-E-U-T-H-E, Zoita.
No
S in
worries,
German is
Randall.
pronounced like a Z. EU is pronounced oi, and then TH is pronounced like a T with your, where you kind of bite your tongue. Zoita. Zoita. You don't say tha. So it's not soita, it's, or sutha. It's Zoita because E's at the end of, there's no silent letters in German.
All right, night, Leslie.
All right,
Merry
Leslie,
Christmas.
good night. Oh, I was giving a German lesson.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
So they're
Randall,
running
no worries. It's perfectly fine.
Who did what?
Randall didn't say hi earlier because he took a quick nap. I was trying to actually nap upstairs, and then I got a phone call,
Well, that's
which ruined
well,
it.
that's like Jean Ricard. As soon as I come on, he falls asleep.
Yeah.
And then he calls me to go, I missed your stream. I fell asleep. You have such a nice voice for falling asleep to. Thanks, great.
Yeah, whatever that
You
means.
know, if my students said that to me, I'd smack them.
That's true. Quite honestly, I can't either. I can't sleep while you're talking. Then again,
I want you to heavily reconsider that.
yes, I am going to reconsider that.
I have talked to you many times when you've
Seems
gone.
like it's about the time you start talking that my eyes cross heavily and I can't stay awake.
Thanks. So my career. Yeah, Joyce had to work today, although they did let them go early, but they didn't have students. The students
Yeah.
had today off because
Yeah,
today was a
this-
teacher's work day.
Right, the students were off. And,
No, Z doesn't equal S in German. Z is the TS sound, the N sound of rat. S. So that TS sound that we only put at the end of words, or sometimes in the middle, they put at the beginning of words. But just think, it's no different like when you see the Russian word CZAR, the Tsar of Russia, or TSAR, the Tsar of Russia. That's what the German Z is pronounced for. You gotta remember, the Germans borrowed the Latin alphabet when the Latin alphabet only had about 21 letters. And then every nation that took the Roman alphabet, the Latin alphabet, then chose. You'll notice there are certain letters that are
Summer
pronounced
break.
differently in every language, like J. You know, the letter J. It can be pronounced Y in German, ja.
that's funny.
It's pronounced like kind of a Z in French, or ZH, je, je t'aime, jamais, Jean. In
All right,
Spanish,
Merry
it's
Christmas, Monsville. Get some rest.
Merry Christmas, rest up, take care of yourself.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric's back. Hey there. Great. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, no X or Z or K. And then in Spanish, the J is pronounced like an H. Jose. Juego.
It's your nice mumbling.
Yeah. But yeah, French is a bizarre language. Because French is actually Latin that's been, well, German that's been corrupted by Latin. The people who spoke French, the Franks that they're named after, were a Germanic tribe. They spoke an old form of archaic German. Frankish German, as it was called. There was Saxon German, Frankish German, there's Old Germanic. And they spoke...
All right, bye, Karen.
They spoke a form of Old Germanic. Good night, Karen. And when it was like French was the language, or Latin was the language of the educated, so forth. So basically what they do was, for example, there are certain words that are Germanic. And when I was a kid, we grew up and we had teachers that taught us that. I had a teacher that was like, English is a Latin language. And then when I studied, you know, by the time I was in high school, I knew it wasn't. But that teacher would still swear to it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, English is Latin. No, it's a German language that's been influenced by Latin via French. But they'll say, well, look at all these words that are Latin words that are in English. I said, well, these words are in German too. And that's because all these languages came from an older language called Indo-European. So just because Latin and German have common word doesn't mean, well, the Germans got it from Latin. That's why, like, queso is Spanish for cheese. Queso is Spanish for cheese, and queza is German for cheese. But the Latin word and the French word for cheese, well, in French it's fromage. And in Italian, it's formaggi. Because French is a very bastardized language. It's half German, half Latin, Italian, and then blended together and given all sorts of crazy spellings and accents. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Mostly.
Oh, okay. I've already told people that a lot of times they'll see you do this when I'm talking in the chat, and that's your sign for, okay, honey, shut up now.
I'm so gentle with it, I thought.
Yes, but it's still what it means. All right, honey, you've talked enough. If it's something serious, you'll usually put the hand below camera and bat my leg. Yeah, the Germans and Romans fought a lot, and the Germans won. In the long run, the Germans won.
Long run. Very long run. Romans had quite a reign there.
Where does Ost come from? It comes from OST, Ost, as in the German word for east, or in Latin, the est, all come from Indo-European. A great way, if you're ever interested in how languages are related, is you study words that all languages have in common. Numbers, colors, body parts. Don't try certain animals like dog, cat, because not every culture had those animals.
This one, mama, papa.
Yeah, so family terms, body parts, numbers, colors, the directions, north, south, east, west, and so forth, and that'll give you an idea how closely related languages are.
Right. Makes sense. Attila.
Ost is cheese. Where is Ost cheese?
Is it Danish?
Might be Danish, but you know the Danes they're in such denial.
We are not German.
Ost is cheese in Denmark.
In Denmark, all right. Well, Anthony will want to try some, so...
Well, I'll have to go back and check the derivation of why you say it, because probably there's a story to it. There's usually a story.
Yeah,
You're going
indeed.
full lurker mode.
Okay.
See, Jean Ricard just... he wakes up each day and thinks, how can I...
Great grandfather Attila the Hun. tortilla.
Except the Romans beat them because they got the help of the Germans.
Why were the Germans helping the Romans?
Because they didn't like the Huns either.
Yeah, fair enough. Enemy of my enemy.
You actually had Germans on both sides. You had the Visigoths, the Western Goths, and the Goths were a Germanic tribe. The Visigoths were on the Roman side, and the Ostrogoths were fighting for on the side of Attila.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Randall,
All right,
take care.
Randall. Merry Christmas.
And welcome in, Sir Chase of Chase's Railway Lines.
Hi
If I
there,
may.
Chase.
I like most cheeses. There's a couple that the English do and the Italians do where they get it really, and the French, where they get it really, really, really moldy, and then it gets too moldy for my taste. I think, what is it? Is it double Gloucester? I forget if that's the one where they just it's a red cheese that they let get really green.
Huh.
But I do love. I like to think of myself as a cheese connoisseur.
Yes, he does.
The only cheeses I really don't like are cheeses where they mix stuff into it, like pimento or pepper jack cheese, where they put pepper and stuff in it. Dill cheeses, but straight cheeses before they mix anything into it. I pretty much can handle any cheese. I love all kinds of cheeses. I'll eat Limburger cheese, but the rest of my family demands I get it out of the house. And Joyce won't kiss me until I brush my teeth.
True that.
But you eat onions and I kiss you.
Yeah, because they're just onions.
Cheese fondue. Oh, that does sound good. Oh, gorgonzola. Yes, gorgonzola
You'd
on
like that too.
on a club cracker or a townhouse cracker. Oh yeah, gorgonzola. In really good Italian restaurants, they'll do pizza or penna or other pastas, quattro formaggi, 4 cheese.
I think Limburger needs to be sour.
And the greatest thing about how Europeans do 4 cheeses, Americans mix the 4 cheeses together.
Get them all on one.
True Italian 4 cheese pizza, they do 4 different quadrants with a different type of cheese. So at the border of each quadrant, you get 2 cheeses mixing, 2 different cheeses mixing, and then in the middle, you get all 4 cheeses mixing. It makes for a smorgasbord of yumminess. Mm-hmm. And whenever I see a restaurant that does quattro formaggi, but Italians will do it with a gorgonzola as one of the quadrants, and I love it. I love gorgonzola. I love blue cheese, Danish blue cheese, French blue cheese. I like camembert as long as it's not too soft. And brie is not one of my favorites, but I will eat it as long as it's not too runny.
Well, Angela, we couldn't take it with us, and sort of thought maybe
Well,
that Artie
Artie
would
should
have
have eaten it.
instead of just letting it sit there and turn colors. Pitch it, give it away. You know, you could do something.
Forced in. Well, there is head cheese. A washed rind cheese. That would be very interesting. Yeah, when I was in the UK in 2022, we did hit a couple of cheese shops, and I did sample quite a few.
Yeah.
But we never really got to a point, because we'll often, I say we because I drag her with me, but if we see cheese shop we're in, and I walk out with several varieties.
Yep.
And then I just spend the rest of the days as I can making sandwiches and toast with the cheese on it for breakfast and lunch snacks. But then we wind up, Joyce will say, oh, let's go get this to eat. And I'll go, okay. And then, well, we can't take this cheese home.
Right.
Kezumarzu. There you go. That cheese had my name on it. No, it didn't. I went and tried some Australian cheese. Not bad, not bad. I don't have a country that... Because I even like America's fake cheeses. American cheese. I like American cheese. I know technically you shouldn't call it cheese, and in fact they tend to label it cheese food, but I don't mind American. Even some of our processed cheeses I don't mind. I'm not a cheese snob. I'm a cheese connoisseur. I love all cheeses, and I appreciate the different tastes. And there are certain things that go with others. There are certain cheeses that, for example, various forms of Swiss cheeses, white cheeses, go with peanut butter. And others do not. Like American cheese or cheddar cheese and peanut butter, no. But a good Swiss cheese and peanut butter, yes. And then you got to get into all your, is it a nutty cheese? Is it a fruity cheese? Blah, blah, blah. Because cheeses are often described as having a flavor similar to fruit, nut, or something else, even though it's dairy.
Cheese whiz is not cheese.
Stinky Bishop. You got your cheese whiz.
It's offensive
cheese
to
whiz on the right
clergy.
stuff. It's offensive to clergy.
Yeah. This is Bishop.
That's a great story, Chris. Although they weren't eating. I mean, it might be a late reference, but most of the foods we now consider Italian, the Italians didn't start eating until the late Middle Ages at the earliest. Pizza, spaghetti, everything else, those came out in the 1500s. The Romans, like Caesar and that, they didn't eat pizza, they didn't eat pasta, they didn't eat tomato sauce, spaghetti, ravioli, none of that. They ate fish, nuts,
Very yellow
dates,
indeed.
and various berries.
I try that, Carl. Peanut butter cheesecake?
Peanut butter cheesecake? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You've had that.
No, I said I'd try it.
You'd try it.
Mm-hmm. As much as Anthony loves cheese, he does not like cheesecake.
No.
I think you're missing out.
I probably should get over it and just do it. I don't know
Right.
why I don't like cheesecake, but I do not like... And there's cheesecakes that... There's
We
chocolate
had
and blah, blah.
small ones that could have been an easy way to
Yeah.
try them again.
Yes, they did. They had something that makes Worcestershire sauce taste heavenly, although some people say it already does. I'm not a big fan of Worcestershire sauce, but there is some stuff it goes on and in.
There are a lot of
Or Worcester sauce, as some people say.
coastline in Italy
Worcestershire.
for fishing.
Yeah, well, the whole country. I mean, it's like Denmark or the UK. You're never more than
You are
what
right,
60
Axel.
miles, 70 miles from the ocean or the sea in Italy, except in the Northern Alps area, which is German anyhow.
Well, you got me a cheesecake, and I ate it. I had it for breakfast.
Yeah, she does cheesecake. I don't, but she does.
Oh, good stuff.
Everybody in my family does cheesecake except me.
Lindy has made some interesting cheesecakes.
Our daughter, yeah.
Yeah, she's made chocolate ones. She's made pumpkin ones. What else has she done? I don't know. Good flavors. Yeah, it sure did. That was nice.
There's been a very, very... What's the word I'm looking for? Not pastoral, not peaceful. The train's running today. I don't know if it's just steam or what. It's just been a very, very, very calming, very soothing.
What is
I always say that for
what is sultanas?
Sultanas is like it's a dried fruit, I thought.
Andy, what's sultanas?
Yeah, what is sultanas?
I'm gonna keep what I googled on my phone. Oh,
No,
it's like
yeah,
raisins.
so yeah, it's,
oh, okay,
it's,
gotcha.
yeah, okay. It's a dried one of the fruits dried.
Okay. Alrighty, that makes sense. Your mom used to make it, yeah. Okay. I like raisins well enough.
But they're not raisins as from grapes, are they? Or no, maybe they are a type of raisin. Okay. Either way, I knew they were a dried fruit of
Well,
some
we got
kind.
a bit like raisins, and we got raisins. So it was our
Well, as
information.
I'm thinking about it, well, you know, there's Google for you.
No, I saved something on Google.
Oh, you've got something saved in Google.
Yeah, I don't want to undo it. I could try it again, of course, but
Sultana. Sultana is a type of grape turned into a raisin.
okie dokie. Google says too, different types of grapes, so yeah,
Yep. So, yeah.
Mako senso. Dried white grapes. That's your
Yep, it's a type
distinction.
of white grape, yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Carl would know. Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
so, anyhow,
yeah,
I don't know how much you have seen of the. I've read you some scenes and showed you a couple others of the new Matt Clark Christmas special. How are you
Right.
feeling?
oh, I think it's gonna be good. How could they not be? Tom's done working for 2024.
Hey, well, congrats, Tom.
All right, Andy, that'll be cool.
Caprese salad followed by carbonara and finished with tiramisu. Sorts out the good restaurants from the average.
I see.
When it comes to Italian, I'll eat a lot of Italian, but it just comes down to pizza or lasagna. If a place makes a good lasagna, I'm there forever.
Or veal parmesan.
Or, yeah, veal parmesan.
We'll even eat
Although
chicken
that's
parmesan.
rare.
Yeah, it is.
Although
rare.
I don't like it when people call it veal parmesan and then use mozzarella cheese.
'Cause that's-
It's called veal parmesan because it was originally made with Parmesan cheese in the city of Parma, which is where Parmesan cheese gets its name. Just like Limburger cheese gets its name from Limburg. That's right, you call it veal mozzarella. Or actually, proper veal mozzarella. And then there's Italian veal, scallopini, which isn't breaded usually.
I think it has mushrooms.
No, scallopini by itself is just the cut.
No, okay then. I'm pretty sure if you order a scallopini, it has mushrooms on it.
Oh, well, they put mushrooms on everything.
Eat it or starve, right?
Well, since I have the ability to choose and
Alright,
decide I
Eric.
don't like that.
Good night, Eric, and Merry Christmas.
Good night, Merry Christmas. Hopefully we'll see you in a couple of streams.
Right,
We
too,
shall
and I'll
be,
see
I shall be co-hosting
tomorrow. Woo.
tomorrow. I shall not be
Pressure's off.
hosting.
Woohoo.
Yay, pressure's off. For a day.
For a day.
Well, he can't do it consistently.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Look at that beautiful Rheingold and all in blue going through. That's a pretty train.
It is a pretty train.
Glad I bought it.
Good.
Look at this old timer BR50 and that PR8 going around the inner circle. And where is our... Oh, it stopped over there. Oh, I never turned it back on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
is it
just
stuck now?
been clanging. Does it need a nudge?
Yeah, over in the crowd. I'll get it.
Okay. I could, but
Huh, I wondered why I hadn't seen it in a couple of minutes. Yep, it's spinning its wheels. Did it get... Oh, well, that explains it.
is it off the track?
It blew its other traction tires, so I've got
Oh,
a job
rats.
this weekend.
Oh, okay. It lost a tire. Huh, that didn't short out your system though.
Well, I haven't replaced traction tires on this one because I didn't think it needed it, but
Gotcha.
it is an old car, so running it like I ran it in when it ran in one of my live streams a while ago, and this probably expanded them enough. I've got the traction tires.
That does
for it,
sound
so
interesting.
it's a relatively simple job.
Yeah, he has,
Wow, you blew both traction tires, dude.
hey, now that you mention it, Tom, I'm off for 2 weeks too, so yay. I wasn't really ready there. Apple and sour cherries. Wow, wild sour cherries, no less. That sounds good. Are you going to use a different loco? Or are you going to change the tires?
Well, I'm not going to change the tires now.
Okay.
I just did what I didn't want to do.
Yeah, you shorted the track.
Yeah. Did it completely reboot the system?
Yep.
Oopsie.
Whoopsie.
I thought I could get that off without doing that, but nope. Oh. Dumb me.
Take you 2 days to get to them.
Well, it's almost that time.
Yeah, it is close.
Sorry about that, kids. I did something stupid and caused a reboot in my system.
Oh, so you're replacing the loco. Isn't that amazing you can do that?
Dude, really?
So that's not on right.
Oh, that's the right way.
Oh, but it wasn't on correctly. I believe you're doing it the right way. It just hadn't made the right connection. Oops.
This is the problem when I've got all this shit between me and what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to tell the thingy it's got a different logo, or does it not care?
Now, everybody should technically start back up except this guy. I have to then...
Okay. Eat a dessert, so I'll fire up the Barbie. Yes, Attila barbecues very well. Can of inches cider and Cadbury selection box, 1 Fredo left. Yeah, golly, there's a lot of junk this time of year. We had cake for breakfast this morning. It's a chalky
Leftover
frog.
cake for my birthday. Alright.
Yikes.
So which... Oh, that's why I can't find
The
it. 'cause
gone. Well, Artie's one heck of a tour guide, so I'll recommend him to you.
Oh, come on, Anthony. Hit the right button.
There he goes.
I put him in the worst place to try to start. Should be able to pull that without
No,
issue.
no, he's working hard. Chug, 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 chug,
I've
chug,
replaced
chug,
his
chug,
traction
chug, chug,
tires.
chug, 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 chug.
Nope, he's not like it. Alright, I'm just going to call that one done.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's too much weight for it.
Yeah, shouldn't it be?
Shouldn't be.
Fredo equals Chucky Frog. You have a can of Inches cider and Cadbury selection box with 1 Fredo left. Fredo is a crunchy chocolate frog. Crunchy
All right.
frog?
Bye, Joe. Merry Christmas.
Alright, good night, Joe. Thanks for hanging out with us. Merry Christmas. Or Hare Krishna, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, the magic question. What are we doing for dinner tonight?
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Okay. Same thing we do for
Well,
dinner every
we
night,
got
Pinky.
all-
Trying to take over the
I don't
world.
know why
Oh,
you didn't think I bought ice cream. I bought the cake mix and ice cream.
it was, we didn't get the birthday fixings. That was the thinking. I should have looked. You're right.
Yeah, so we got a lot of ice cream. So.
Got a crap load of ice cream. Well, throw out your stuff and use mine. I got better stuff.
I think you did too, actually. Just having a hard time.
Yeah, I dropped the bomb on Jean Ricard that I asked him to buy.
I heard ya.
Oh.
I'm telling you, I was told they didn't get it. So it surprised me as much as it did you.
So one of our
I
kids
had
did order this for you.
Bad intel is what I got. Again, it's let me down all year, I'm telling you.
Because this is not, I mean, based on the box that it came from Germany, the one I was looking at was in America. So they found a different one.
I don't think so. I don't know.
And you've got your Krombacher going.
So no, I absolutely did not think you had that coming. But you know, when they came in, I wasn't about to unwrap them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think you'll like your Christmas gifts.
Well, you got the book I asked.
The eBay was in case this wasn't good, so.
Yeah. The eBay was in case this wasn't good?
Well, in case it was not what you wanted or something else. Although it was your
So
list.
do I have to give the eBay back?
No, of course not.
No, that's good. I'm glad I got it. I just feel...
Mm-hmm.
But of course, now you got bad intel and gave me bad intel.
Yeah.
According to Jean Ricard, it's my fault that I now have two of them.
Well, it's a thing.
Somehow, in this string of things,
When
it's
does our
my fault.
Brava train do? Of course he'd say it's your fault. It
Well, what?
wasn't his fault. He was the receivee, not the orderer.
Our Brava train, I don't have a Brava train coming.
That's what I didn't think so.
I have one train coming, and it's a Märklin
Neither-
Vectron Class 249 dual mode
Neither
that
marzipan?
is in the Märklin livery. It says Märklin on it. And I'm going to put together a fictional Märklin train. I've got some boxcars, and I bought a couple of these other. And it's already in all the shops in Germany. And in most of those shops, they're sold out now. So I bought it from an American shop. I pre-ordered it a while ago, but it's Renaud's. And Renaud's in pre-orders is a disaster.
Yes, it is. You know, I don't know half of what you guys are talking about.
Say what?
So I don't know half of what those guys are talking about.
They're talking...
It's Niederegger.
Niederegger Marzipan. You've been to their shop. You've walked through their shop.
Oh, it's the name of the shop.
Niederegger
Okay.
is the name. Yeah, you've
Yeah,
been
alright, yes, yes.
in Lubeck. You have been
Right.
in their headquarters
Right.
in Lubeck and eaten
Right.
samples
Yes, I have.
fresh off the trays.
Yep, and it all tastes like marzipan.
Marzipan's one of those things. If you go a long time without having it, a little bit of it's great.
You're like, oh,
But
it's
if
nice.
you have a lot of it over a couple of days, you don't
It's
want to have it
pretty
for another
awful,
year
yeah.
or two. You get sick of it.
Have you ever had problems with packages being delayed or lost when ordering from overseas?
Not from Lipa.
Yeah, ultimately you've received everything, I think.
I've received everything. Occasionally, individual buyers. Like, I bought a replacement part from the Roco.
Alright, Happy Christmas, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie, happy Christmas. I bought a piece from Roco where they shipped it to me.
Doesn't sound right with
No,
the
I'm sorry,
accent.
it was Brava. Speaking of Brava, it was spare parts from Brava to work on this device that I couldn't fix. It's still sitting over there. But anyhow, because of the way Germans draw their nines, their fours and nines, it was in a handwritten thing, and it was supposed to come to 43614.
Okay.
But somebody in the U.S. mail was reading the German 4 as a 9, and they threw it in 93614. So forget that it said
Oh, for
Toledo,
sure,
Ohio,
yeah.
USA. They put it because 936, the first three numbers, 936 is U.S. military intelligence. So they don't read anything else. They throw it in that bag. It was on its way to Guam. I was tracking it. Germany, or Austria, Germany, France, New York, Erie, Pennsylvania. Oh, cool. It'll be here soon. Detroit. Cool. It'll be here tomorrow. Once it gets to Detroit, it's only a day until I get it. Detroit. Next day, it doesn't arrive. Chicago, St. Louis, San Diego. I had to call the post department, and they grabbed it, sent it back, and it got back to Detroit. And the funny thing is, it really kind of could have gone through Toledo to get from Detroit to Chicago,
Hey there,
Chicago to
Alan.
Detroit. Well, hello, Alan. And it was going back and forth. I finally talked to the right people, and they intercepted it. Because somebody else read it and said, oh, it's 936. That's military intelligence zip code.
Yeah, it really was.
So it was San Diego, Hawaii. They caught it in Hawaii, sent it back, so you watch it come back. San Diego, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis. And that's when I called and said, some idiot did it again. But that's the only time I've lost. But my stuff from Lipa, it gets here normally always in less than a week. And the one time I ever had a problem, it wasn't Lipa, it was U.S. Customs in
Right.
Tennessee at the FedEx depot.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yeah, it
tore the
truly-
box
it truly
open.
was crazy.
They tore the box open, and then they didn't even wrap it back up properly. They just slapped tape around it and sent it on. I was so ticked.
Yeah.
Lipa uses FedEx now, but in the time I've used Lipa, they were
They have changed.
DHL.
Yeah.
And DHL was 3-day delivery. It left Germany on Monday. It was on my doorstep Wednesday or Thursday at the latest.
Yes, it was.
Then they went to UPS, and UPS was 3 to 4 days. If I paid for it on the weekend, it was shipped on Monday. I had it Thursday or Friday. With FedEx, I pay for it on the weekend. They ship it on Monday, and I'll usually have it either Friday or the following Monday. Usually.
Okay.
But every now and then it sits a couple of days at FedEx Depot.
It's $5.59.
It's $5.59. See, there's that little hand saying, honey.
DHL is slow. Sure wasn't with this train.
I love DHL. I wish they'd gone back to DHL. And when we shipped from England, we shipped the PlayStation 5 home from England to Germany or to the United States from DHL. That Liz got it in 2 or 3 days.
Yes, she did. It was fast.
It was fast.
Um,
Packing it up and making it acceptable for shipping was a different story, but
sure was. Anthony put his packing skills to
which
work.
are, if I do say so myself, tremendous.
Quite. You impressed a lot of people in that store.
I'm a packer. I know how to pack.
Sure do.
Even when we go to Europe, Joyce is like, is this too heavy? Like, nope, we can fit a lot more in here, and it's not too heavy. You sure? Absolutely.
You're two very slow-moving guys, but they're not all.
Probably because I didn't turn them all the way off.
Yeah.
All right, we'll shut this down, and then I'll get these guys on the floor, and we'll say our goodbyes, because this is our last one before Christmas. Even though I'll be on Artie's show tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, well, and based on the numbers, most people have headed for the door already. Anyhow, let's go that one. All right, I want to thank you all for sharing STEAMERPALOOZA 2024 in here.
Yep.
And just to all of you who celebrate, Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you all will watch the Matt Clark, the Big Gulch Christmas Special, number 4.
Yep.
Normally they were kind of wrap-ups and segues between the previous seasons, but this one is like a standalone, although it's going to... They're not standalone. They're going to make jokes that refer to all the other seasons.
Right.
So if you've never watched the Matt Clark series, you might not find some bits in this story, the Christmas story, funny unless you know what led to that. Because there are running jokes that have run for 3 weeks or 3 seasons that get ended. So anyhow, on behalf of my better half, we do want to wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, and any other seasons. Hanukkah starts on Christmas Day this year. Kwanzaa, I think, starts the day after Christmas or the day before. I forget if it starts the 24th. It starts the 26th, so the day after. And then there's Saturnalia and a whole bunch of other more holidays and all the pagan
Right. So whatever
stuff.
you celebrate,
So whatever you
enjoy
celebrate.
it.
And if you don't celebrate anything, just have a good day and
Yeah.
a good week until we see you all here
And
again.
hopefully you're off work. Yeah.
So until then, we're going to say, and finally, the other person's here to help, Auf Wiedersehen
Choose.
und happy trains. Auf Wiedersehen. Take care, everybody.
Bye.